Well, Frank Miller, responsible for Sin City, both comic and movie, also 300, comic and movie, and The Dark Knight, a very, very famous comic book that has been basically the main influence throughout modern Batman movies from then to now. And let's see how he does with King Arthur. Hello, and welcome to this part of the pond, where it's the bullfrog and the one, the only Newt.
Face reveal at 100,000 subscribers.
Come on, people, it's a beautiful mug, and I know what a good mug looks like. I have a mirror, I know. Well, Cursed. It is out on Netflix for a while, and let's face it, I'm a fan of King Arthur and Frank Miller. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little Cursed, what's this about? Well, it's obvious. King Arthur and the sword. And he's not really a main character, he's a side character. It's basically this new character, not in the myths, I believe, unless there's some 4th or 8th rendition of ancient times that I don't know. Oh, well, you guys really did a lot. It's an old people. Ah, well, goodbye, country. We're talking about your famous lore people, though, so. Nimue, marked by demons ever since she was a child. So, yeah, not looking good. And she's part of the fray. And in this world, or lore of old Celts, the Frey are kind of like a magical people. And in modern day, well, not modern day, but in that time period of England for this book, the Catholic Church is on a purge. Let's remove the Frey. Ew. So you're part of a minority, and you're the minority of minority, Nimue. Ah. Oh, and speaking of which, Nimue is... It's not that I'm heartless, it's just that I'm plain lazy. Is played by Catherine Langford. My opinion on her in this performance? I don't blame you. This is actually the writers, I would say. Because with Nimue, it's off and on weird, but it's the presentation of her. And she's marked by demons, so her community hates her a lot more. And this is a community that's being hated on by the Catholic Church, and by that influence also the English as well. So boom, boom, boom. Ouch. Not looking good for her. Arthur was badly done. He looks like a jerk, and I know you're trying to do this anti-hero thing that is popular with some guys that I know, like Deadpool, yeah, and Wolverine, yeah, and a whole lot of other movies. Everyone's going anti-hero. And seeing Arthur like this, I blame the performer and the writers. Because this guy was given a crappy role. This is King Arthur, people, and you have him do this as a role? What the deuce? And I'm not blaming your performance, but I am blaming your performance a bit. I have a chance. At the beginning, you were too rough. You were too quick in your introduction. You were too rough. I thought, what the crap the entire time. It wasn't a revelation, it was more, really? And Merlin. Okay, his beginning performance, I felt like something very familiar. I don't know. Robert Downey Jr., what was it? No, not Robert Downey Jr., I'm so sorry, I'm thinking of another drunk. Oh, now I remember. Jack Sparrow called. I think he wants his number back. Hello? Okay, sorry, wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry, you have the wrong number. No, 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 no. No, I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. You'll be surprised how many threats happen to me. Oh, if you want their number, I actually can help you. The number is 610-867-5309. Yeah, I know it's a bad joke, but hey, when it comes to trying to find a green light idea, that's what they normally do. Call me back if you ever do interact with them. I would really like to know how that turns out. Thanks. Oh, sorry. That was Johnny Depp. He was pissed. Skarsgård, oh my gosh, that is me. Good gracious, what is with you people? I'm gonna sue you so bad that your great-great-grandchildren will feel the effect. Dang. And that's the stuff I can say on camera. Ugh. But Skarsgård playing Merlin is basically Johnny Depp playing Jack Sparrow at the beginning. Yeah, I'm walking funny, I'm doing this, I'm drunk, I'm a depressed type character. You'll connect to me. I'm Merlin, and you're Merlin. What the deuce? Really, that was... I mean, at least have a drunken presence. I mean, Jackie Chan, when he plays a drunken monk, wow, that is a presence, people. Hoo-ha! Yeah, I love you, Jackie. I mean, Skarsgård, you are a good actor. Really good. And your beginning didn't help me. It's, again, I'm supposed to be the fish. You're supposed to hook me. I want to know more. But I was the fisherman. You were the fish. Here's me. I want to connect. I want to be know your story. I want to know your character. How come you're not letting me? That's not good. In the middle, Skarsgård warms up. Then at the end, episode 8 and 9, okay, writers, you were doing good. Oh, those Merlin, Skarsgård's Merlin, all right. There's the druid Merlin. That is the right hand to the king. Yes. Lo and behold, it was good. And then it got crap at the end. You showed me you can do it. Wow. Well, I need a drink. Oh, and there's Morgan and Merlin, by the way. Arthur, never mind. Your performance is looking a little bit better now at the beginning. So, point up for you there. Why I'm going to bash those two? Morgan is too quick, just like Arthur. But with her case, it's a little rougher, because at the beginning, when you meet Morgan and when you meet with her character, you're going, okay, I can see what you're doing. And then in the middle, then when you're getting to the middle of the whole season, what the heck did this happen? Okay, let me find my footing again. Okay, I'm getting the story. What the heck did this happen? What the heck did this happen? The more the season goes, the crappier her story gets. It's like, this was never introduced at all. Like this hidden motivation I'm at the end of the season, and you talk about this hidden motivation of Morgan? Since when? Really? Since when? When? When did this plot happen? Because I didn't see it. And oh my gosh, what the heck? That was rough. It made no sense. This will happen. Okay. And then that leads to this and this. But this moment where this character talks to Morgan about that, where was that? Where was it? Where? And you know why Morgan's so important. In the legends and myths, she is the biggest threat. She is the greatest evil. It's not a spoiler, people. There's countless books, there's countless shows, there's countless movies, there's countless spin-offs. I mean, even CW. with their first original Charmed flirted with the used Morgan. And you don't remember that show? I'm not surprised. I was young and naive. But really, this is a very iconic character, just as iconic as Arthur and Merlin. And they did crap with her. Oh my goodness, flush the toilet. What the crap? It was so vague. And the actress playing her, sorry, I need to use the phone again. I'm going to be using it a lot. Oh, I'm going to butcher your name, so sorry. Shalom Brune Franklin. I'm sorry. I really blame the writers with you. It's like something happened. I do not know what. Maybe it was Netflix, maybe it was the writers, or maybe it was something. But that was bad. The main performers, all of them, from the actors who play Merlin, Morrigan, Nimue, and all those guys, I didn't really connect with. I thought they were, But the actors playing the villains, the Weeping Monk, the father of the Red Paladins, their head, that brief moment with the Pope. Wow, okay, that was presence, people. I'm looking at you, Newt. You're nodding to that. Yes. I mean, that was presence. That was a threat. And when you later on in the show, you meet another character from the church, and I'm going, okay, that is legitimate scary. And Uther Pendragon, at the beginning, the king, he was like, okay. But at the end, touchdown. Okay. The kick was rough. The throw was rough. And it looks like you scrambled a bit for that catch. Okay, you're going to the 10, the 20, the 40, the 50, the 70. Oh my gosh. Look at that performance. That's amazing. That came from nowhere. And it was, yes. Uther Pendragon, you blew me away at the end. At the end, he is one of the best performances. The Weeping Monk was awesome. And then the hiccup at the end. And it's not the Weeping Monk's fault. It's really not the writer's fault. It's just that revelation at the end. Out of any King Arthur character, you had to make the Weeping Monk the coolest fighter, the coolest person in the whole series. Newt, you're nodding again, I can see. Yep. He's the coolest. And this is just me. You revealing him to be that character from... out of any character from the King Arthur myths and legends, you use that one. It's no one's fault. It's just, I hate that character. If there's someone you want to slap more in history, more in literature, he is in my top 10. Immediately there. I hate the character. I hate the character. And everyone loves you. You are the dumbest thing inside the whole legend itself. And the reason why you're there is even worse. It's just personal hatred. And little funny note, by the way, I hate the character so much. When I found out in my family history, no joke, one of my ancestors named their child after this character. I honestly felt like, okay, I'm ashamed of my bloodlines because of that. I would like to get a time machine, go back and go, don't do it. You make me hate you. Why? What do you have against this character? Everything, and you know it. At least make him someone else. Name him after at least Merlin. To be a descendant of a kid named Merlin? Booyah! Come on. But whew, that was a dumb tangent, I know. You're almost curious. Who is the Weeping Monk now? Well, as much of a bash I'm giving this show, I can't help but want you to watch it. Again, the villains are the best performances, and the side actor characters from the Leper King, who I thought kind of stole my heart. I want more of that actor. I actually, after that episode, I did everything I can to know about that actor, but I don't want to botch his name and I don't want to go near it because it is complicated. But the King of the Lepers, his performance I fell in love with. And the Ice King, Cumber, he was another good performer. So it's like everyone that wasn't part of the main cast was better. And a person you thought was bad, Uther Pendragon, he outshined everyone in the end. Dude, out of everyone, I think you're the best. Uther! Look, the story is really interesting. New character, the sword of power, and how everyone wants it because it's a symbol. The king wants it to make him to let all England know he is the king. The church wants it because they want the power to say, lo and behold, we have the power to make you a king. It's not just us saying it, we now give it to you. Dang, that's pretty good. What does Merlin want with it? It's a mystery. It's a good show. It's fun, but yet there's only one real fast forward part. And hold on, let me check my notes. I want to make sure I do this right. Ooh, too far back. Sorry, give me a quick second. But I think it's in episode 8 or 9, one of the two. It's at the very end, and it's obvious to know what's coming up. So thank goodness for that build-up, people. That's the one real fast-forward bit, and it's like a few seconds. And so you're like, okay, whew. At least that was one quick thing, and it's not a swear fest. Well, it's not. I don't think I ever heard an F-bomb. Have you ever heard an F-bomb so far, Newt?
Not that I remembered. Normally I'd remember that kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's actually not bad. The violence is a little bit more bloody. Watch the show. Tell me what you think. And talking about thinking, let's rate this sucker. And where would I put it? You heard a whole lot of rants and a whole lot of... But where would I put it? Well, if you're new to the channel, I rate things from 1 to 7. Why? So that way we have this middle mark. There's the best of the best, the crap of the crap, and the middle mark that is a number 4. But a 1, how would I rate that? A 1 is basically, I would gladly watch M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar at Last Airbender and call it an Oscar worthy compared to what I just watched. Yeah. M. Night, that was your fault. Hey, get out of here for that atrocity. Get. Hold on, get. M. Night, get. But then there's also a 7, where I could watch that over and over again. I could watch it whenever. I could watch it and feel like there's more depth. I could feel like there is something good here. And more than that, I want to watch it. It's so fun. There's lore, there's depth, it's beauty. That's a 7. And where I put Cursed? Well, I give it a 3. The reason why may be interesting to you people. The show is kind of silly and stupid, but the performances at the end really saved it. The story writing, mainly with Morgan, was bad. But this would have gotten a 2 if I didn't had last year. Here's the funny thing, people. This show, interesting as it is, well, in the sense of pulled out something I found wow. Because last year, as I'm trying to learn how to write and build my writing, my brother suggested, hey, why don't, in order to make yourself better on how to make cultures, study an ancient culture you know nothing about. And for one random thing, I know nothing about ancient Celts. Let's go ahead. Suddenly, with that knowledge, my opinion of this show strangely shifted. Because it is more close to history than you think, people. Why? The Catholic Church against the Fray is just like the Catholic Church against the pagan religion of the Tuatha De Danann. It's almost symbolic how the church almost had its crusades in England and Europe and Ireland and Scotland. The church removed those people. It was a war against that ideology. Okay, there's that. And Merlin, he has this dark past. I'm going to try to keep this vague, but the dark past Merlin's dark past and the introduction of the corpse of Boudica changed everything for me in this show. Why? Boudica is an actual ancient Celtic warrior, a woman. When Rome was coming up to England, she fought back. She was a rebel. She fought against ancient Rome. And she was almost winning, and then she was about to lose. And what does she do? Rome won't have the gratification of turning my symbol into a symbol of defeat. She committed suicide. So Rome will never ruin her as a symbol. By all means, she's still around. She was She was one epic character. And more than that, she was so epic, Queen Victoria's husband made a statue to her during his time period. And you can see that statue whenever you do a little visit there. Of course, right now it's kind of rough, but you can see Boudica. So that's a real piece of history that is just boss. And when you see Skarsgård's Merlin with his dark past, again, I'm trying to be vague. I don't want to spoil it for you. But when you introduce Boudica and Skarsgård has his dark past and you see that it's ancient Rome, my jaw dropped going, hold on, you guys actually did some history. You actually did some learning. So suddenly, I feel like, okay, there's actually something here. There's actually something good. If it wasn't for the writing on Nimue, this would actually turn the whole ratings from a 3 to a 4. But performances destroyed it. And then Nimue and the writing of Nimue, this is where everything got rough for me. Because Nimue, again, is a fae. So she has a closer connection to Merlin because he was a fae, but he's known as a traitor. All right, I can see that. Ish. And then when she learns about his dark past, I couldn't help but go, why? Suddenly that character Nimue looks like an idiot. Who's to blame? Really, who is to blame? Is it Nimue? Or is it her mother or father? Because apparently no one didn't teach her history. You killed innocent people. How dare you, Merlin? Girl, do you not know ancient history? Us? We were the biggest rivals to ancient Rome. And we weren't united. We were just random tribes. Yes, once in a while we got up together, but still divided. We were rivals to Rome. And Boudica fought against Rome. And you're saying, oh, mercy me, Merlin, you're an evil bee? Excuse me, girl. Do you not know what they done to us? Do you know what Rome did to us? I don't think that little temper tantrum of yours is justified. Ugh. The writing for Nimue there suddenly turned worse. But all the performances helped out. And that nod to history kind of changed it a bit. It went from fantasy to historical fantasy. So I had to really analyze and look at this show a whole lot more deeper, a whole lot more better. And I have to give credit where credit is due. Netflix, not bad. Your writers could have done better. Nimue should have been written better. If you'd written her right, I wouldn't have done so hard of a review. So yeah, this is a 3 out of 7. And I wonder how that phone call turned out with Johnny. Well, until then, here's the bullfrog and the newt signing out. What?